Good morning, monastic and friends. Biographies of the Buddha. This is the third story, first time. The first story I learned is Thai language. The second story I learned is Chinese language. And I talk about the story of the Buddha many times in Chinese, Cantonese, the Hakka. No one in my remember I speak in English. This is the first time in a story of I am refer back the Buddha's life and the message in English. So come, we go to see who is him, Sakamuni or Dharma Buddha. So I will use it very brief to tell the story like that, so that all of you is not the kindergarten anymore. So we can understand the word, we can understand more in the what we call the paragraph, what it carry the meaning there. The first thing I want to say is the Buddha life is from very young age, maybe 35 years, 39 years, and so on. But his life is end when he was 80. So after enlightened, from 35 or 39, come to 80, he is in mission. Not many religious life have that kind of clear information, and a lot of things in his life facing to and carry that message of dealing with the stress, especially what he taught in the first record, because 80% of them mention about 5 skandha in the Agama teaching. Agama teaching is the very early primary resources of the Buddha himself. After 3 months, Parinibbana, he passing away, his body destroyed. Then all the great disciples keep all the correction together to form the teaching. From there on, I learned one word of the 45 years of his vision or what his opinion. That word is from the Pali term when I was in Thailand. Eipasiko. What? Always have Eipasiko, Eipasiko. What? And when I finished learn the basic Thai word, so that I have maybe elementary schools of Thai language understanding that level, then I know all from Pali to Thailand, a lot of what is similar. Thai language is directly from Pali language. So, Eipasiko is come and see, come and hear. Most sharpening human being is using the eye and ear, touching to the truth. Enlightened by yourself is by ear, by eye. So Eibasiko means come and see, come and hear, listen to it. Then what is that mean? You are evaluate, concentrate and sharp, very humble and very focused. You might get it more deep and profound. If you are so restless and mindless, then message gone from here and pass away from the other side. Nothing left there. So concentrate and clear mind. Clear mind means unbinding mind. So that will be always, we need to keep that basic. Really concentrate and sharp the mind with no abiding. That's called discernment in the English term for their enlightened. Discernment means you are awake, you are wake up, you no have any hindrance in the mind, no have any connector, just empty your mind in the Buddhist direct term. Empty your mind all the time. So the Buddha life of Gautama, I use my own term, alarm signal for these two. One is come across the Prince's life. Across the Prince's life. The second one is his renunciations of the world. Or later on, we have a evaluate in a very strong require. So who come to the training will be commit to it. Commit to it is very difficult. Come for some time and disappear, very easy. Commit it life after life until you come to the destination, come to the point, or you succeed in the goal. More difficult in that kind of commitment. Unless you see, I see it, go done. Means the people already say something, you see it. That is called Buddha. So I say life of Gautama, from the prince come to renunciation, I use my own word called alarm signal. Means a warning. He got everything, so what we look for, but he abandoned it. Follow the Indian perspective and Indian perspective, saying in the second pages, then we go to Buddha was born as a prince, living a luxury life one day. He left the palace. He encountered an old man, a sick man, and a cows, which had interrupted his life. That led to the renunciations of his princely life. You see it? I say most of our what we call the common lifestyle is look for here, especially this country. We talk about capitalism. We a lot of other country people, poor country people, or that stressed country people, we come here look for dream, But I don't know the dream still here or not. But when you see that people will value life differently in different, standpoint. Some of them we still young, then we may birth and healthy, strong. I need to fulfill my dream. Some already aging, they pull back, almost retired. So we need to pull up a little bit, excellent our value into more higher state, more spiritual, more simplicity, more generous, So that is we pull back into highest. So the Buddha said, always go more highest you can find. Excellency. If you don't see excellence, you can go more than this. Right now, you value. It means you are not open your eye and ear. Open your eye and ear. Always check something. How can I climb more higher? Coming to release. Coming to freedom. So the Buddha himself, later on, he found all the ascetic, all the yogi of Indian people. They search for the mind. Search is not here. Search here. Why I want to say search here? Right now, mental science said the brain here is a watching mind. Observing is in this front part. The back is remembering all the old habitual pattern, life after life in the past is remembered here. You're born with it, is here, remembering. So need to cultivate this part, not the back part. Back part, when you're lying there, fabrication always rising and ceasing from here. But when you to the side, sleep like the Buddha, to the side, back to the stomach, alertness there, using here, watch to the stomach, you are discernment. You watch rising and ceasing. Make you are very aware there. That is the second part I want to share with you. Buddha's living. Alert. Second word I like in my life is called alert. What is the alert mean here? His defeat of Mara and his enlightenment at Bodhigaya. Mara means the demon in the West, demon. I am very alert, Mara. Mara, the first Mara is 5 skandha as a Mara. In the Chinese one, they say 5 skandha is the Mara. What is 5 skandha? Your body and mind is Mara. It's a demon. You don't let it come to you. So we train a lot of time. We train right mindfulness, object to something in very pure and make sense. Don't let this 5 skandha running. Don't let you are grabbing in the 5 skandha. If you are grabbing in 5 skandha, you are the demon. You are the mind. So that is one day when I have with the one right now I have his picture, my Chinese Dharma teacher. One day in New York when we come to the retreat, Dharma retreat. So one crazy young man come. Crazy means they have mental ill. So when he enter a lot of this rock, the assembly, and I said, why let this crazy man come in? Then he said something very polite and very light. He said, yeah, don't think he is Mara or crazy. You too crazy. I said, why you say this? They said the sutra said 5 skandha is not released from there and get free from there. You are the Mara. I go and check the dictionary. Yes. So I enlightened. So this is the first thing I want to say. The second thing is defilement is a mark. The third thing said that heavenly or fortunately look for heaven, look for fortune, that kind of please, and this is called Mara. In the nature of the material world, everything is rising and ceasing. That have nothing there as peace and heaven we can find. Unless you let go of 2 things, nama and rupa, name and form. Yeah. In your awareness, you can let go of these 2 things, then there are the freedom come into the being. So heaven in India means a place you can join in happiness. Yeah. That is their basic. So the Buddha from the yogi point, they don't see this power there from exterior. They see only the power of release can make yourself totally liberated. So they don't say that when someone body and mind already liberated, you can say what is that mean. You cannot put the name, you cannot put the form. That is what the Buddha means. So that fabrication means a lot of conflict there, a lot of stress there, a lot of what we call the defilement or attachment there. This is all is related of Mara. You value it. So fortunate, one more time to say, fortunate is against the life of enlightened. Fortunate is against the life of enlightened, because the Buddha said, the first enlightened, then I am enlightened. What do you see? You see the Four Noble Truths, or you see One Noble Truth, the suffering or the unsatisfaction, unsatisfactoriness. You see this thing as you are. You become a lot. This is called enlightenment. I think in Western world too, their spirit like what I like them and respect them. You know, the Christian order and the monk and the father or the sister, they serve their God, and then they serve their mission there, but they live in poor, live the life in poor. Or today, I use a more Buddhist word we call live in simplicity. After enlightened, it just become simple style. It just become more brief, more concise. If you don't do it, you don't have much to do. Share with others. Our world right now in United States just a little bit different. 1% of the who have ability, they want more and more. They want more and more. So this year I found, you know, more than 10% of the middle class already dropped into poor. India in that time also the same, the Buddha's time. So yogi is something that, contradict to the society value. They want to go more into simplicity in order that not get into that kind of environment. And they can back to facing to very important life training, overcome the worry of death. In Chinese, we call life and death. This is most valuable, of our life. Everything we work hard to prepare is for, take care all this life and death of your life, individual, your family, your society, your nation, your race. You work there. We value it in different. Some is very narrow, small. Some is more bigger size. But all this is what we have. Indian yogi in the Greek renunciation, they said that, what is the message of no death? They look for the message of no death. I don't know the message of no death, but I know it very well to alert the mind easy to stop. My mind is dead mind, easy to stop. By greed, by anger, by ignorance. I'm foolish. Things happen, people already warning, I already seen it, but not alert until the suffer come from the cause and add in more condition, turn it into effect. Then I ready, suffer. My heart broken. This is what I say that what I know. Mara is something that when I feel suffer, I feel something else, I just pull back my life. This is something. In order to get myself more alert, back to the position again, train it again, train it again. Why train it again and again? The second line, the first sermon of Etta. That is called the turning of the Dharma wheel. Yeah. We want to come to this line, enlighten the Four Noble Truths. All the teaching for the fire of the Buddha is based on this core center, this center. Everything is surrounded in this. So we back to that. Why back to this Four Noble Truths? 10 the monk, right now is 10 the elephant. Here I have a very sharp meaning when the dead, what we call that, is one of the monk want to take over his authority to become the second Dharma. You are the Buddha. You are little old. You need to resign, and I can come to that position to become authority. The Buddha said no. Then he felt angry. So he's doing a lot of extreme things in order to pull his reputation to become second Buddha. But when it is not working, then he trained the drunk elephant, want to make trouble to the Buddha. But the drunk elephant come to the Buddha. The Buddha is alert in very long distance. He already alert, so he changed his mind in the compassion. big simplicity. No. Sympathetic. Yeah, he turned his mindset into that full of that kind of ways of want to deal with this drunk elephant, but the drunk elephant received that message of his mind. The important part is here. A drunk elephant can receive the message of his mind. This is enough to tell us psychic power. We are not drunk, we still cannot receive something when someone warning us, daddy, mommy, broken heart. With the children, we're still patient to take care of them well, but they are not drunk, they still cannot get it. So here I say, taming. All the teaching in Buddhism is purifying your mind. After discipline the body and verbal, purifying your mind. That is the last part we need to fulfill. Purifying our mind, nobody can take over this work. We need to do it for ourselves. For my life, most of this life come into here. Try to be taming my own mind, let the mind becomes more subdued. And the Diamond Sutta says, what is the diamond wisdom? Means the wisdom like diamond can cut through everything, cut through all the defilement. That the first pages you think the chapter 1 says, taming your mind, subdue your mind. So that when the question, what about the subdued mind? So that the answer is subdue your mind from 6 sense base. Tongue, taste, ear, hearing, eye, sight, again. Subdue your mind. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When I come to the Chinese temple in Malaysia, I want to become a manager of the monastery. How to handle my job better, because this monastic life is, they are not look for money. They are not look for other things. If they look for other things, then they wouldn't stay longer. How you can have more friendship with them and they have more good friendship with you? They are not listen to the order. They come into the training. If you cannot get them the training message, they go. Very difficult to become manager of the temple. I will wish to become a manager in what we call the Google, Amazon, because they come and look for salary. Very easy to deal with. But deal with monk is not easy. So I put this 6-point burning there. Yeah. According to the discipline, monks need to be guard his senses door. If you can guard your senses door very sharp, the mind always purified. then easy to handle things from the sensual. If you cannot guard this sensuous door, thing already like a thief come into the property. You think you are cover your life? No, the thief already entered. Mind turn to calm and unhurried manner. I come to this. Nirvana is the mind turn into calmness and unhurried manner. My mommy told me when I was young, he said, "Oh, you want to become physician? Always become right or manner." Use the word manner means very polite, very cultured people. You know, look to people, friendliness and more compassion. You know, more love to them. Then you become good physician. Physician need to base on that manner. Always teach me, but he didn't teach me. He need to be calm and unhurried manner. So I learned Bali Nibbana have another definition of Nibbana is calm and unhurried. I'm horrible. It just slapped my mouth. In the reality, so trained from 20 of age until today, still hot temper, but better. Have improved. At least I go alone, I'm okay. I like to go alone and go alone okay. If come to communication, come to this and that gossiping, I feel not okay. Not calm and very heat, you know, like burning there. So I like to silence, and when I finish my lunch, what can I do? I go and do something, offer to them to show my appreciation. I work hard as a farmer, try to think something, appreciate. I don't know how to use word. And myself act in simple style. People give me things, or I take. I give it. Sometimes people give me some gold coin too. When sometimes people come and say, I need to let them have a very big influence in the mind. So I take one. So you don't value things like value. You just value things like meaning in the spirit. For yourself, you don't need too much. That is the life that what we can go. Last point before I end it, very simple and easy. Turn it into last page. This is something I still don't know how to say. Yeah, this is part 2. Part 2 is here. Ukraine, Russia. Is it Russia? Russia, America, Taiwan, China. 2 big, 1 small. Similar in the teaching of here. The Buddha time, 2 big, 1 small. The mother country of the Buddha is very small. If we want to learn something applying in Ukraine, Russia and America, China, Taiwan and America, I think this story makes sense to me. You know, I see this story, and then when I read the story of the Buddha, he is facing two big things. And then his country and his father king is so small there, you know, in the stress. So how he handled this, that is before he become Buddha. He have very deep concern, anxiety, worry, fear, lots of things I think is very real in his life. Because he is the prince, one day will take over the king's position, go over this small country, facing into this big nation. I just end it here, because this is not something I am really interested, but I just found this interesting story is included in the very modern today's life we are facing in the world. Yeah. Thank you.